Morning arrives quietly, as if the land itself is holding its breath. A pale sun rises behind distant hills, casting long shadows over a narrow road that doesn't appear on any map. The air is cool, carrying the scent of damp earth and wild grass. Somewhere in the distance, a lone bird calls out, not in warning, but in remembrance. He stands at the edge of the road, journal in hand, fingers resting on pages already worn by questions. Every line he's written has brought him closer, and yet further away from certainty. She joins him moments later, her footsteps soft but deliberate. There is no greeting this time. No hesitation either. They both know this road matters. Not because it promises answers, but because it feels like something unfinished is waiting. As they begin walking, the landscape slowly changes. Trees grow taller. The wind grows quieter. And with every step, the past seems less distant and more aware of them. This is not a road meant to be traveled quickly. It demands attention. It demands memory. And without realizing it, they step fully into its silence. By midday, the road leads them somewhere unexpected. A village, small, quiet, and seemingly untouched by time. Stone houses rest closely together, their walls weathered but strong. Wooden doors stand half open, not in invitation, but in quiet awareness. The village does not feel abandoned. It feels observant. As they pass through, conversations fade. Eyes linger longer than comfort allows. Not with suspicion, but with recognition. An elderly woman pauses while sweeping dust from her doorstep. Her gaze settles on the journal, then slowly lifts to their faces. She says nothing, yet somehow communicates everything. "You've been expected," the silence seems to whisper. They stop at a small square where a faded mural decorates a crumbling wall. Mountains, a road, and figures walking beneath a sky drawn in hopeful blues. It is the same road. The same direction. Neither of them speaks, but the understanding is shared. This place remembers stories the world forgot. And now, it remembers them too. They find shelter beneath an old fig tree at the edge of the village. The air here feels heavier, not threatening, but full. As if every moment ever lived nearby still lingers, unwilling to fade. He opens the journal without thinking. A page he doesn't remember writing stares back at him. Not words, but a sketch. The village square. The mural. The fig tree. Her breath catches when she sees it. "This was drawn before we arrived," she whispers. Neither tries to explain it. Some truths resist logic. They are meant to be felt, not solved. The journal has stopped recording memories. It has begun revealing them. And somewhere between the ink and silence, they realize this journey is no longer about finding a place. It's about understanding why they were led here, together. The village grows quieter as the afternoon fades. Children disappear indoors. Doors close, not out of fear, but respect. The villagers know where the road leads, and they know it is not meant for everyone. At the far edge of the village, beyond the fig tree and the last stone wall, a narrow trail appears. It is barely visible, swallowed by tall grass and shadow. "This path," she begins, stopping herself. He nods. He feels it too. An old man appears beside them without sound. His voice, when it comes, is calm but weighted with years. "Some journeys are remembered by the land," he says. "Others, by the people who survive them." He gestures toward the trail. No one here walks it anymore. No warning follows. No explanation. The old man simply turns and disappears back into the village. They stand there for a long moment, listening to the wind pass through the grass. Then, without speaking, they step forward. The trail welcomes them, not with ease, but with intention. The path leads uphill. With every step, the air grows cooler. Sounds dull, as if the world behind them is slowly being erased. At the summit, they reach an open clearing. Stone markers rise unevenly from the ground, not graves, not monuments. They appear placed, not built. Intentional, yet unfinished. He runs his hand across one of them. The surface is smooth, warm from the sun. "I've seen this before," he murmurs. "Not in memory. In dreams." The journal opens again on its own, pages fluttering until they settle on a single line written in careful script. Time does not break here. It waits. She looks around, suddenly aware of how still everything feels. No birds. No wind. Just presence. This place doesn't trap moments. It preserves them. And standing here, they realize something unsettling and profound. They are not the first to stand exactly where they stand now. As the sun begins its descent, the journal changes again. New ink appears, darker, heavier. This time, it is not sketches or poetic lines. It is a memory. A man. A woman. The same road. The same village. But the faces are not theirs. Yet something about them feels painfully familiar. She feels it first, a tightening in her chest. "These aren't strangers," she says quietly. The truth settles slowly, like dust after a long journey. The journal does not belong to one person. It belongs to a cycle. People drawn together by unfinished stories. By choices delayed. By paths left unwalked. They are not repeating the past. They are continuing it. And now the question is no longer where this journey ends, but whether they will have the courage to finish what others could not. The clearing does not let them leave easily. As twilight deepens, the stillness breaks, not with sound, but with movement. A narrow road appears where there was none before. Then another. Two paths, splitting gently from the clearing, both worn, both real. One leads downward, toward distant lights, villages, people, safety. The other curves upward into the mountains, fading into mist. She stares at the lower path. "I think this one leads back," she says. "Back to what we know." He watches the mountain road, heart heavy. "And the other," he replies, "leads forward." They do not argue. They do not rush. This journey has taught them patience and the weight of choice. The journal lies between them, unmoving for the first time. It will not decide for them anymore. They speak quietly, honestly, not about destiny, not about fate, but about fear. She admits she has spent her life leaving places before they could leave her. He admits he has stayed too long in places already gone. The mountain path does not promise answers, only truth. When they finally move, it is not dramatic. They step together, toward the mist. The air grows colder instantly, sharper, alive. Behind them, the lower road fades, as if it never existed. The land has listened and accepted their choice. Night falls gently in the mountains. They make camp beneath a sky scattered with stars, brighter than either remembers seeing before. The journal opens one last time. A final line appears. Some journeys are not meant to be finished in one lifetime. She closes the book slowly. For the first time, neither of them feels incomplete. The wind passes through the valley below, carrying echoes, not of voices, but of footsteps. Others will find this path someday. Others will stand where they stood. But tonight, this journey belongs only to them. The fire crackles softly. Above, the stars remain still. And somewhere beyond the mountains, the map waits to change again.